Right, gentlemen, let's get on to the aforementioned question of the week.
Booyah!
Last week, we decided that we would go back through the Xbox years and pick our game of the year per year. So we're skipping 2001 because technically for us it wasn't released yet, and we're going straight to 2002. So out of all of the games that released on Xbox in 2002, what is each of our game of the year? I'm going to go with Graham first because me and Ian seem to pick the same answers. Good choice, Ian.
Yes, I've seen that.
Yes. So the game I picked was not a game that's obviously tore it up that year, but it was a game that I really enjoyed and played through all the way to the end with my wife. Actually, it was the Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance. So I was a fan of the Baldur's Gate games back from the old kind of like PC overhead isometric kind of games. And so the lore around that is massive. I don't even pretend to know all about the things around Baldur's Gate and how it sort of stemmed from there. But this one was kind of hack and slash, as you'd expect, but it kind of done it in a way that it didn't overcomplicate things. It wasn't sort of overload of skills. It was just you kind of had to work together to sort of take on the enemies, upgrade your gear as you kind of travel through, smashing things up, getting new loot, selling it, just keeping yourself upgrading and stuff. And it was just one of those sort of chilled hack and slash games that, yeah, really sort of didn't overcomplicate things and ticked all the boxes of what you want from those kind of games. Didn't get too boring. Yeah. And I think it was a second one as well. Played both of those with the wife, but yeah, really good game. I absolutely enjoyed playing that one.
Was it just 2-player or was it just you?
It was two. You could play it by yourself, but you can play 2-player. But yeah, absolutely loved that one. It was great fun.
That's cool. Thank you very much. So Baldur's Gate Baldur's Gate Dark
Baldur's
Alliance.
Gate Dark Alliance, yeah.
So, yes.
That might have actually been the second one, now that I think about it.
Well, hopefully, did that get a remake or
it did recently. I was tempted, but it was a ridiculous amount of money for a remake of a game. It was like 50 quid or something. Yeah, not happening.
Yeah. Well, maybe one day might enter Game Pass. Is that Blizzard? No,
it was. It was part of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Blizzard.
Yeah. So we could end up seeing as it's come with obviously Blizzard, Activision, Microsoft, Fusion Fingers. Maybe one day get added to Game Pass, and you can relive your youth.
Yeah, no, that'd be good if it become part of Game Pass. I'll definitely be all over it then.
Wasn't there a more recent Baldur's Gate?
That's what he was talking about, the remake version of it.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, yeah, thank you very much, Ross.
Yes.
What game would have been your game of the year? 2020? No, 2002.
Yeah, I was going to say.
You can't use the second one.
Why?
Second one, 2003.
Second one was 2002.
In the US, not in UK.
Was it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, fuck, I thought it was that. I just have
See,
fun.
this is the tricky part because now we're so used to getting games sort of like day and date pretty much worldwide.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
exactly.
That's why
Fucking...
we had to wait.
But how did you do it back in the day? I just don't understand how back in the day, like, we've got to wait 6 months for a game to come out, or 4 months.
We were more naive and more forgiving, clearly.
I'm just checking to see. Oh no, so my first game, like my proper one, not my guilty pleasure one, is still current. That's fine. And
Yeah,
me
first
and,
one's fine.
me and special guest Pete are actually on the same wavelength. Lord of the Rings, Two Towers. That trilogy game they were fucking immense. Possibly one of the best movie to game adaptations ever.
I've never watched Lord of the Rings.
Likewise.
But no, I agree. That game was actually pretty decent.
That's
I think I played some of the game, but I've never seen the film. So
the game
No.
was awesome. So you obviously had the ability to pick the character you wanted to play as. So you obviously had your main characters: Legolas, Gimli, Aragorn, Gandalf. It was just so fucking good.
Is the character called Baggins? Or was that one?
Baggins is the surname of a couple of the characters. But
Yeah.
I don't know if I.
Oh, Frodo, that's it. I don't know.
Yeah.
Fuck, see, I don't know.
Fucking Frodo, dick.
I'll just cut this conversation because I've never watched the film. Is there someone called Lego as well? Something?
Legolas.
Legolas,
You, of course,
yeah.
you remember Lego.
I was going to say, was there a
Of
Lego?
course I do.
So was there a
Man,
Lego Lord of the
Lego,
Rings game?
Lego something. And there's Gandalf, who's the old man. I know that one.
But it's just so fucking good. It was an amazing game. I think I'm trying to remember what one of the things was, like, you got like a combo meter and like they gauged you on your combo, so it wasn't like 1 hit 2, 3, 4, 5. It was like was it average, good, something perfect. It was basically the gauge and things like that. So I had like that to it, and then it was skill related. So the better your combos, the more experience you got, level up your characters, get better stuff. It was just an awesome game. It was, I don't know what the third person type idea. So it was like over the top of you, but not like Gears of War type idea. It was more higher up. It was just such a fucking great game. They don't make games like that anymore.
They certainly don't. Now it's all free to play. Money. Give me your skins.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's quite hard as well. From what I remember, some parts of it was quite.
It was
challenging game.
fucking awesome.
Nice.
Need more games like that.
Nice.
And
Well,
until
speaking of-
Ian pissed on my parade with bloody 2003,
You can mention it, just people know.
Mortal Kombat Deadly Alliance was my other one, and only because one, Scorpion was classed as like the main character. It was to do
Scorpio. According to
Scorpio, yeah. And the song that went with the trailer, My Immortal, or sorry, not My Immortal, Immortal, that went along with the Sub-Zero breaking out of the Netherrealm was fucking incredible. So yeah, that was my other guilty pleasure that got me hooked on Mortal Kombat again after many a years away.
Nice.
Where you're Liu Kang and Kung Lao.
That's the next one, is it not? Is that not X?
Okay.
Where you're it's the cutscene that they had where it was like on a pyramid, and they're all like all the things for Netherrealm and Outworld are scaling the pyramid, and Kung Lao and Liu Kang are fighting at the top of it.
Okay.
Was
I
that Dark?
thought it was like a 2-player one, that Deadly Alliance, where it was like almost like a beat 'em up as a style
No.
of PlayStation.
Deadly Alliance was based on Quan Chi and Scorpion. That was like what the main thing about it was.
Yeah.
And they
Next
had,
week, you can say the same.
I was
They
going to say, is it? See, he's stuck his answer in there, even though it doesn't count. He snuck it in.
He's still trying to keep off. Next week,
They
the
did-
same question.
they did have an awesome. I think it was maybe the first time I've ever seen loot boxes in a game, because they had the crypt, and you got like crypt points, and you could select a coffin, and it either gave you like power ups or bonus coins or like outfits for your character, but it wasn't a microtransaction. You just earned them in game, and then you went into the crypt, selected whatever crypt that you want, and then you got your reward out of it.
Sorry, you mean Ed Boon wasn't badgering you with a credit card? Come on, give me your money. Give me your money.
No,
Can you be Robocop and Rambo in it?
no, you can't. Darth Vader.
All right, enough of that shit, right?
Sorry.
Oh, I'm thinking of Shaolin monks. That's my
Shaolin monks, nice. Right, we can talk about Shaolin monks on the year that it comes up. We can get to that. Anyway, Ian,
Yes,
let's double team this, shall we?
do it. You go. Okay.
So
Well, the kings of games, the proper answer
the correct answer to the game of the year 2002 for
Two.
Xbox.
in the EU
EU.
is Splinter Cell and
Halo.
Halo. Halo. Not Beyonce's Halo.
Yes. So obviously Halo. We don't talk about Halo because everyone knows about Halo. It's amazing, incredible. We talk about our LAN parties quickly though. What
Yes,
great times we had
definitely.
there.
That's the
Ukraine,
main reason why
Spectre
Halo
Pete.
was just some of the classic LAN parties we have. The arguments we used to get up, friendly banter. Always
Lugging 4
complaining about
CRT
teams.
TVs around,
Oh.
4 Xboxes, 16 controllers. Oh, great times.
Fucking
Thank
nightmare. And the drinking games we used to do as well. Always good fun.
Do you ever do it
Even when we used to do the 8, we were just like to 4v4 as well. Or like Blood Gulch and stuff.
Did you ever do it with the sort of 2-player split screen and you had like the cardboard box between the two of them? Or was that more like a FIFA thing?
We kept it separate because we had like I said, we lugged TVs around, so we'd have one
Yeah.
TV for one team, one for one, and sometimes we'd have like teams of like 4 TVs lined up in the same room and 4
Yeah,
Xboxes.
so 4 with 2 on one side, 2 on the other side.
Yeah.
What we
Or
had
2 in
for
the
like,
dining room, 2 in the front living room, and
LAN cables and everything.
yeah.
Cables.
Well, you
I think
did-
once where I had a friend's
You
house, one
fucking
was
cunt.
upstairs, one was downstairs. There's a massive long cable going up the stairs, and they're just shouting abuse down the stairs.
Yeah.
Yes, so yeah, that was great times. Obviously, things have advanced since then. We now do it online and shout our abuse down our microphone instead of across the room. But
Yes.
Splinter Cell, Ian, let's talk about Splinter Cell because Halo's had its day in the sun now. We've got new games left, right, and centre. We haven't seen the Splinter Cell since 2013, I think.
I know, it breaks my heart.
It's
I think
fucking
this
horrendous.
Splinter Cell was kind of my first outing into. I think I like stealth games. And yeah, just you can't go wrong with it, isn't it? I think it's one game that's always managed to bring out. They've changed a few things here and there, but it's always been one of the games that's always been quite fantastic to play.
Well, I think Blacklist soured me a little bit, but the rest of them, fucking
Blacklist wasn't too bad.
I was going to say Blacklist wasn't terrible, but
I think probably the worst one was probably made. Well, I don't want to say one of the worst ones, but it's still great. Was Convictions because it went a bit too action packed with the whole. Yeah. You can pause and shoot as you go.
Yeah. Was it Double Agent where you had to be careful of how your actions were because if you went too far, you ruined the game. Or you couldn't pass the missions.
Yeah.
You had to basically be a double agent, so you couldn't be too good, you couldn't be too bad.
Yeah.
Had to be flexible,
Yeah, that one was awesome as well. Like I say, there's not been a bad Splinter Cell game. There's been lesser Splinter Cell games, but not bad ones.
Yes. Great. Do you want me to bring that pillow around at me and Ian? We're just cuddling.
Yeah.
I'm stealthily interested.
Yeah. What I really remember about the first game, though, obviously, it was a new game at that point, was the visuals, like the way they did the lighting. So you walk through like a curtain and it flaps in the wind and it affects the way the lights were. And you had a little light meter in the corner showing you whether you're in the dark.
Telling you how dark and how much stealthy you actually are.
Yeah. And being able to jump up and do the splits against two walls or shimmy along pipes and get round everyone without actually having to fight anyone, which is what as you said, Ian, which is what we love really, rather than going in with like bang bang.
Every game's got those kind of gunplays and mechanics. I kind of like the fact where you have to be. Get through from portion A to portion B without being seen. It's like climb the walls. You always think yourself as well, like, got these massive green goggles on. Why can't they see this?
And he goes, every time it turns on. It's like, what was that noise? But knocking guards out and actually having to hide their bodies out the way so their friends don't find them. And I think it was in the sequel, whichever one, Pandora Tomorrow. There's the very first bit. There's a river. I suppose we'll get into it.
Pandora Tomorrow is 2004.
If there's a river, you knock the guard out, and I dropped him in the river. I was like, no, I want to find him in there, not thinking that the game would actually keep track that I dropped him in water. So I got further on. It's like, mission failed. You killed a guard. I was like, what the fuck? Hang on,
drowned him.
Oh no, wait a minute.
Wait a minute. Oh yeah, that's.
I mean, it took about half an hour. But
that'll do it.
You got there in the end. But no, that first game was tremendous. The way it looked, the way it played, and just the
I kind of want to go back and play it now.
Yeah,
it's all backwards compatible.
All these games, like looking back, what's my game of the year? It's like, I want to play that game again now.
I know. I feel like this is going to cause a lot of nostalgic gameplays. I feel.
I believe the first one is backwards compatible, and I think it got some sort of a Series X like enhanced type patch to give it some extra upspuffiness. Not official, but like the console does a lot of the heavy lifting. So it's worth going back and checking it out. I still think. We'll get to the other two later in the weeks when we ask further questions, but those first three were fucking tremendous. Anyway, that's enough nostalgia-ness.
Yes,
nostalgia-ness for now. So next year
before we kill Graham.
Next year
we forgot to add that because of Halo, we learned of another great game called Azaric.
Balthazar. Oh, I should also mention. So I forgot that at FF81 on Twitter also answers Splinter Cell. They were the first answer, and they fucking nailed it on the head. Splinter Cell straight away.
Good man.
Special guest Pete, as Ross said, mentioned Lord of the Rings: Two Towers, as well as a few other games, which I'm not going to mention because they don't count. So anyway,
and Dan was got a bit mean. I can't forget Dan.
You can't forget Dan.
Shit hair Dan. He picked Medal of Honor.
Medal of Honor front line. It was actually a really good game as well.
Thing is, I remember playing it. I have no idea what the story was or anything. I just remember going, killing people, and then I stopped playing it.
I like the Medal of Honor games is what caught me on like war games, like before your Call of Duty shit and things like that. Like Medal of Honor games was fucking awesome. There were some good ass games.
Yeah, those were good.
Still remember like the first time playing Medal of Honor, and it's like the boat on fucking Normandy, and like the bit drops down, you run onto the beach, and like folk are getting massacred left, right, and centre, and you're like, what the fuck is going on here?
Yeah, right. I never played. Well, I think I played a little bit here. They're like demos now. I never played a full game until the reboot, which they did on the 360. Was it? Where they went into Afghanistan and started doing all like proper Call of Duty stuff. I quite enjoyed that one, but I never played really in any of the other ones. Anyway, that's also died a death now. So let's move on.